Another day.
Another
leather outfit.
See? I knew it. Leather just be putting people in a little mood. You know what I'm saying?
It's very like authoritative. Like
Okay.
you look like you fed your nigga out of a dog bowl today or something.
Okay.
Like you let him out to
he
pee.
got a little leash. What about he's a
Put a muzzle on him.
financial slave?
That's a crazy phenomenon. That's when dudes are just like, here's my bank account information. Just take money out of it.
Yeah, and actually pay them like an allowance.
So they're paid and they can steal money.
Well, steal.
Well, they can take money.
I don't know.
Out of the
I mean,
account.
I'm sure they could in the grand scheme of things.
I saw an interview of a dude explaining it, and he said that he wants to feel like financially dominated.
And
so
yeah, he has a wife, right? That guy. Didn't he have
whatever was viral for this? I think we're talking about the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he basically said she has access to all the cards, all the accounts, and just gets to buy whatever.
Mm-hmm. And she pays him either a weekly allowance or a monthly allowance
Of his own money.
Of his own money, and she keeps the rest. And they have a child together.
What do you think that fetishes in the world of extreme? I won't say crazy. I'll say extreme.
Don't be kink shaming these people.
I'll say extreme.
Okay.
Do you think that there's a possibility that in the world of these extreme kinks, some people are taking advantage of mental illness?
Absolutely.
Because the woman who's being financially dominant, that doesn't have to be a kink of hers at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
She could just be getting the layout like, all right, this is what I'm into. You gotta just take all my money. You gotta buy all the stuff that you want. You gotta pay your rent, and it's gonna make me so horny. Like they'd be like, what? Sure, of course. You know, like I don't have to also be into it. Like, yeah, I'm so into this. My nipples are hard because I'm paying my rent with your money.
Right.
They're just like, yeah, do that. So, do you think that there's a part of this that's like, all right, you getting over on your boy, but he wants it?
I think there got to be a little something off with some people that have some of these just wild, outrageous fetishes. Like remember I was telling you there was a guy who wanted to pay me to be a lamp in my living room. It was like, you know, like there are people that want to be stationary objects to other people. They just want to sit, like be a fly on the wall, you know. And I think absolutely there's something a little off about people who
something dangerous about it too.
Yeah,
at any moment he can be like, all right,
done.
$1 million. I put $1 million into this, and you ain't gave up no butt.
But it might not be for that. That's the thing. They'll get the satisfaction outside of sex. They might be nutting in their pants as you watching TV in the living room, and they're lighting.
You talking about the lamp?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's dangerous because that's clearly somebody has a different way of thinking. So imagine you just use that to be a serial killer. You're just like, can I be a lamp in your house? Really? Sure.
Right.
And then you just kill the shit out of the person.
But there's others, like this lady gets paid to cuddle men.
Also dangerous.
Right.
So what if he's like, he grips up and he's like,
right,
already here.
What about the guys who buy farts in a jar? Like,
nice.
Like all of it. Did you say nice?
Boop. Straight from Minnesota.
What if she just sprays fart spray in the...
That's like purposely disgusting.
It is, but...
I think they imagine that the farts smell good.
So let me tell you a story.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know if I want to...
I've never done that. But I was hard up on cash. You know, guys like how I look. And so
you farted in a nigga nose.
No. I've never farted on anybody before ever in my life.
I highly doubt that.
I haven't.
Even while spooning? You didn't just let off a toot on somebody's thigh?
No, unless I was asleep. If I did, I don't know about it. So it could have happened.
You know you tooted on a nigga.
If I did, on accident. Like it might be during a session or something like that. You know, if I pooted during a session or something, I don't
farted
know.
on a nigga during you gave him that,
I
that
have,
nasty
I have,
back shot wind.
I've pooted during sex before. Yeah,
What position?
front and back.
So that just went straight up their chest into their face. Ugh, shotgun? How loose is your booty?
No, it's not at all.
That's how you fart? Ho. Ho.
It look like it sound like you blowing into a tube.
Onto the top of a moonshine bottle.
Do you remember those like big horns we used to have, and they were like, like as kids? Yeah, maybe.
It's wild business.
No, I was hard up on cash, and I was like, there's might be some little things that I can do. And I saw that you could sell your underwear online for a specific amount. So
How much was the draws going for?
I created an account, and you know everybody is full of their ego or whatever. So I'm like, I'm gonna put $500 for mine. You know, so,
how many flew off the shelf?
Well, none, because I didn't put no picture. I didn't put no picture next to myself. So it was just like, who the fuck is this bitch charging $500?
You tried to sell mystery
draws?
draws?
Yes.
Did you at least have a picture of the draws?
Yes. I had a picture of the underwear. But it was a whole community of people, so they'll request what they want. So if you have a titillating name, I forgot what my name was.
It was
on
fake?
There. It was, of course. I don't.
Surgical dragon.
Surgical. That's horrible.
Surgical dragon. You wouldn't click on that.
Leaky punani. So that wasn't mine. But
can't sell draws with the name Leaky.
Yes, you can. That's the thing.
Oh, that's what they want.
So when I started getting requests, they were like,
Squirts
can you
McGurts.
wear it? Can you wear it all day and let your discharge get in it?
Oh my God.
And send it with the discharge. And I was like they wanted you to have like a yeast infection so it could be like creamy in there. They wanted like cream in it. So this is what I did because I didn't have no yeast infection. I bought some yogurt. I bought some plain yogurt. And put it in some like used underwear.
Jason Bourne wouldn't have beat that story out of me.
But I never ended up sending it because it was too
in your drawers.
And I took a picture of it. He was like, I need proof that this is coming from
They're
you.
Like, raspberries.
So
that's Activia.
I took a picture. I put some yogurt in it and like kind of like, you know, whooshed it around a little bit.
That is truly horrifying. There's no consistency of yogurt that should have passed for anything that should have been sexually.
But sometimes if you put like if you put like a drop of it, and, you know, just like tap the spoon, it'll make it.
Also, that's what yeast infections look like. Yogurt.
Well, some can if you have enough. Like it's just white and creamy. I didn't know what other. I wasn't going to use cottage cheese because that looked crazy. You know, so
Velveeta.
It was just like Velveeta orange. No, so. Yeah, I did that, and he was like, "Oh my God, that looks so good." He like turned on it. He got so turned on. He did, but I never sent them, so I refunded it and I closed my account because it was just too much.
Interesting alert. Refunded, like
right.
Aww.
It was
the yogurt draws.
But he probably got off from the picture of the draws, you know. So
that is truly disgusting.
Yeah, so I was just like, this is too much for me. I cut off the account. What was the
website?
Oh my God.
Yogurtdraws.org.
No. Yogurt was my idea. Give me my little credit.
That is so gross.
It was disgusting.
I didn't know that's what a yeast infection could pass for. Yogurt. That's pretty crazy. Okay. Well, let's transition.
Well, let's transition then. Period.
Nope. Let's go right into the threads.
I gotta get this off. Dancing with the Stars is on. You watching with a heart on. Sitting on the couch in your Gucci. Wishing she was licking on your Gucci.
This is
your hoochie.
I feel like the spirits talked to me and said, just skip this one.
If you sit down watching TV, you Dancing with the Stars is on. You watch it with a heart.
Dancing with the Stars is on.
Yeah,
you watch it with a heart on.
Ooh!
First of all, you rhyme on with on. And
Yeah.
That was so stupid.
But you're watching
Who
like
the fuck is watching Dancing with the Stars with a boner?
I mean, probably a lot of people. They wish the girls wear skimpy stuff and the guys.
That was pretty skippable.
Oh man,
That was pretty skippable.
And then sitting on the couch in your Gucci, so you sitting
No, I
on
remember
the couch,
the rest.
and then wishing she was looking
Ladies.
on your Gucci and Gucci.
Ladies, what's the grimiest thing
Hate 'em.
you ever did to a man? Share your thug story. This is a Patty original. I wanted to know who out there was, because
You violent.
women don't be telling us the real. Men be like, man, I did her so cold, I bought her a jacket.
Niggas be lying. Let's
But
not do
ladies
that.
be doing the grimy shit too, so I want to know the thug stories.
Wow.
I got some good ones. What you got?
Mine is very weird, to say
Okay.
the least. I'll just give you the first 2 sentences.
All right.
My dad died. Classic start to a funny story. So this is story time.
Dark humor. I'm into it.
You sure are. Oh,
Okay.
damn.
Well, let's not scare anybody away with the dark humor. Let's
This is not too bad.
let's
It's
go
not
with
too
the
dark.
grimy hero. Now, honestly, this wasn't my most viral thread.
You had like
So,
13 responses, but they were good.
I don't like how your bullshit example was higher than my actual numbers.
Oh
But
no! You got 7?
no, okay, it's more than that. Relax. All right. Ladies, what's the grimiest thing you ever did to a man? Share your thug story. The
Oh, I
ladies,
can't wait.
the ones who shared, they shared. But the ones,
Can
a
I
lot
ask-
of people were on hush mode.
Can I ask a quick question before you get into it?
Sup?
How many of these ladies fucked the nigga's dad?
Whoa, wait, what?
I just want to know how many.
Is that
fucked
your
the-
is that your input?
No. I've never fucked anyone's dad, but I know there's a lot of stories about the give back about fucking dads. So I was just wondering if you
No
you saw
dads.
that. Okay.
No dads in this one.
Okay. Oh, you did say it was a limited response. space.
Didn't go crazy, but I might bring it back.
Okay.
All right, so starting hot. I stole his iPad and sold it because he was a terrible person.
You stole his
Here's the part though. When he couldn't find it, I started helping him look for it. Something about that. I have had people help me look for some shit that they stole.
What?
Yes.
How did you find out in the end? How did you find out they stole it?
They were serial thieves.
Thieves? Oh.
And yeah, I called them out. There was a whole ordeal, and we ain't cool no more.
No way.
Serial thieves. Yep.
That's wild. I didn't really think that type of shit happened.
No, for sure. I have been, and it was, it was more complicated because of the situation.
I was fucking.
No, God, no. That would have been.
It wasn't
easy.
a woman. It was like a homeboy.
It was like it was like a touchy situation that had to be handled a very, very delicate way.
No.
But at the end of the day, it was just,
That is wild, and I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, helping them look for it is crazy because the thievery could have happened out of desperation, but that part is just like, oh, you wicked.
Right.
I found out my now ex-husband was cheating on me when we were married with his ex after 2 months, and we got into it. He just had knee surgery and was on crutches. And as he attempted to storm out of our second-floor apartment, I pushed him down a flight of metal stairs. He lived.
Damn. So we admitted to crimes here, to assault.
Hey, it could have been a movie too.
It reminds me of I Can Do Bad All by Myself.
Was that the one where she left him in the bathtub and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That was a good movie.
Why don't you call your little whore? Oh, she's not here.
You like that scene, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I like this one. I told his mama he was calling in lying to the job she secured for him. So I told his mama he was calling in lying, saying I was sick when he was hungover. Petty.
Damn.
You be using other people for excuses? Like,
Yeah,
so and so is sick, or I gotta do.
I have.
So-and-so.
I back when I needed to.
This one's crazy. I called his job and told them he was crediting people's account and pocketing the cash. Snitch.
Damn.
He begged me to move to a new city with him just for him to get another girl pregnant. So I took it easy on him.
Ooh, she called that taking it easy? That might be, because some of the shit you can do to people.
Hey.
Just snitching on him at work. But, I mean, depending on how much he took, that could be a federal offense. Right? Can it go from, not federal, but, I mean, felony? Actually, if it's a bank or whatnot, ooh, you know what? Let me. Ooh, that's a tough one.
So he had a girl, and she rode on the bus for 24 hours from New York to here. She didn't know. He dropped me off at work with my car, left me there, wouldn't answer his phone when I was off. Found out after what happened. He picked her up and drove around and chilled at a hotel.
So what did she do?
Yeah, right?
So she said that was the grimiest that she's ever been done.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry. TBC means to be continued. All right. When I finally got a ride from my brother, he still wasn't answering his phone. So when I found out what was going on, I kicked him out as well as his dog and all his dog shit in the yard.
Damn.
I put in the bag, I put all of his dog shit in the bag with his clothes, and I left it in the bag for him to pick it up. So she put all of the shit in.
Every time she say dog shit, I was thinking literal, like, ooh, she put dog shit in his clothes.
Yeah.
Is it she did for real?
She put all the dog shit in the yard with his clothes and left the bag with his clothes for him to come pick it up.
Nice.
You know what's funny? At first I was like, why you put all the dog shit in the yard?
Like
Like the dog was evicted? Like, hey, bark, bark.
Right. I was thinking like the toys, you know, the little.
I thought that she was putting the dog's shit
Yes.
in the yard.
That's what I was
But
thinking.
she got the dog shit
Poop.
out of the yard,
dog poop.
put
The
it in with
boo-boo.
the clothes. So he's like, he gets layers of emotion. Like, damn, I'm caught. Damn, I'm kicked out. Damn, my clothes. Damn, shit.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
Dog dookie.
And then here's my favorite one. You ready for my favorite?
Yes.
No, I'm going to say one quick one and then my favorite.
Okay.
I fucked the dude he claimed I was cheating with. Sadly, I did this twice. Different boyfriends.
Whoa.
Insecurities are wild.
Insecurities on whose part? But you know what? Sometimes you'll get accused of fucking a nigga that you never fucked, and it's like,
Okay,
damn.
but here's the question.
But she shouldn't have went on and fucked the nigga.
Because
Like, she
it is
shouldn't have did
infuriating being accused of doing something that you're not even doing.
that. Mm-hmm.
Does the constant accusations ever make y'all actually want to fuck that person?
I would think so. I've never been accused of fucking somebody that I wanted to fuck.
But have you been accused of fucking somebody?
Wait a minute. Yes, I have.
I've already heard a story.
Oh,
of you.
yes, I have.
Mm-hmm.
I sure have. And I didn't fuck him because she was my friend.
Oh, whoa. Why don't you go into it?
I didn't. I had not. But he was very flirtatious with me, and I was wrong. I was flirtatious back.
Mm-hmm.
And
you were
it
in
was
a
not
relationship
her
with
man.
somebody else?
No. This is
You
not
weren't
no
in the
get-
relationship.
No, neither one of us was in a relationship. This wasn't no get back. My story does not fit into the grimiest I've ever done a dude. So
But I'm saying you were accused of fucking this person?
I was accused of fucking someone that I had never fucked
By who?
by a friend.
Oh.
The friend who had fucked him.
Who had?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it was a girl who said you fucked him.
Mm-hmm. She was telling people, and they were having conversations, but it hadn't happened. And the only reason why it hadn't happened was because she was my friend.
Oh.
And when
So
I
she was
say
just dealing with the fact that you guys liked each other.
there was
no
some chemistry there.
relationships.
There was no relationship, but there was some chemistry there, and I was trying to avoid it. I was trying to get away from it. I'm like, this is wrong. I shouldn't feel like this. He was kind of more progressive with it, and I was just like, you know what? You gotta chill. You gotta chill. You gotta chill. And then because this was a trip.
But you never, in a relationship, had a dude push you to actually considering having sex with somebody because that's why.
So my story is different. Again, yes, oh, you're right. But it's still a little different because that person was my celebrity crush.
Oh, we're getting into some deepness. Okay.
So I was accused of, he got on my shit for liking this guy's career. I'll just say that. And so.
The Usher effect.
Right. So I had never met the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd been to shows or whatever, but never met him, never interacted with him. I don't even think I followed him online.
So why did your dude think that?
Because when his profession came on, I knew how to follow along with this profession, with his work. I knew his work.
When
and so
his profession came on, I knew how to follow along with his profession.
With his work. I knew his work. And he got frustrated with me that I knew and liked his work. And I guess at some point in time, it made him blow up. And he just went off on me and was like...
About the professional?
Yeah, he's like, every time it comes on, you know this, you know that. And I'm like, but I like it. Like, what do you want me to do? The difference with this situation is he's definitely somebody I would smash. Mm-hmm. I would smash.
So I can assume... Because the only two options was movies coming on and music coming on.
He's an entertainer.
But, I mean... People don't typically say, like, every time this movie comes on. Well, maybe. Was this an actor or a musician?
Why would you do this? Because you already know.
Oh, this is one I already know?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh, okay.
You already know. So I'll just say musician. Fuck it. Whatever.
Okay.
And so every time his songs came on the radio or whatever, or he would play the songs and I would sing along. And
did that make you
like? And then we got in an argument on Valentine's Day.
Damn.
Valentine's Day.
Well, niggas are sensitive on Valentine's Day.
And I was just like, but he played it.
Yeah, but if you play a song and you're just like, ooh yeah, let it burn. And you're like, hey, I just got you flowers. Let it burn for me.
But I was singing the song that he played. But like I said, he knew he was my celebrity crush. I had never met him before. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'd been to shows or whatever. And we had this whole huge blow up. And then he was like, I was like, I don't understand where this is coming from. And he was like, because I know if you went to his show, he would see you and he would pull you on stage and that would be it for us. And I was like, this is so unreasonable for us to be arguing about.
That's tough for a woman because obviously if you're dating that woman, you're like, I'm out.
Right.
But the musician is like, a lot of the times the musicians don't be like starting a relationship. It just be that city.
Right.
So now the girl's stuck in the middle, like lost your man, but had the little experience. But like at that point, do they chase the rapper or singer? Or do they just be like, well, I had my experience. Now I'm single.
Right. So I was just like, I didn't do anything. Like, I haven't been to no show in a while since we were together. And you played a song that I like. Like
I said, niggas is sensitive on Valentine's.
So then, well, the twist is that after we broke up, maybe about 4 or 5 months after we broke up, I went to said person's show, and I was up front. This person did see me, and I did end up meeting him, and I did end up conversing and knowing this person for a while. And he did find out.
Knowing this person.
Yeah, I ended up knowing.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think you were gonna tell this part of the story. That's why
I knew this person.
But you
for a
trucked
while,
through it.
I trucked through it. And so it was
So,
almost
ladies and
like I
gentlemen,
feel like he gave me that energy. It wasn't there.
This is a
before.
nigga's worst nightmare. And this is why I feel like you can over jealous yourself and push your girl, because this is just worst case scenario. Like all this shit online with Usher going on. It wasn't Usher, but all this shit with like dudes like letting their girl go to the concert and then being like, you know, crooned. Every dude in the back of their mind is like, he's gonna smash her after. He's gonna smash her after. He's gonna smash her after. That's like what they, because the worst part is like, you know, there are dudes who letting their girl go to Usher's concert, since we're using Usher as an example, and they're fans of Usher.
Right.
So they're like, I'm a huge fan of his music,
Right.
but I can't even really be a fan because if I take my girl to Usher's concert, he's going to bring her on stage and fuck her in front of everybody. That's just what we think. And then it's crazy how much, that happens. But you can actually push your girl into that happen.
Because there is no way that he didn't I believe in manifestation. So the energy that he put into believing that before the shit even happened.
So wait.
I feel like he manifested that for me. You
Pump
know
your brakes. So you're saying if he never said that and then y'all broke up and you went to the concert, you just wouldn't have done it.
I wonder if it would have even happened, because that energy was so strong to yell at your girl. Like he was really, really upset.
But you said that you would have clearly done it anyways. So had that conversation never happened, you saying you would have denied the opportunity just because it wasn't manifested?
No. I'm not saying I would have denied the opportunity. I don't know what would have happened, but the opportunity did not present itself while I was with him. It presented itself 5 months after we broke up.
Then a part of you was like, man, I'm going to go to this concert because fuck my ex.
I was going to go to the concert regardless, but I mean, maybe.
So that's what I'm saying. If you were going to go
I didn't
regardless.
even have front row seats. My seats were in the 4th row.
That's enough.
But he saw me that was the thing. The artist saw me in the audience. And so when I thought back to that conversation, I was like, was just like
niggas' worst nightmare in physical form. Just like you. And the fact that he was like, damn, I've been saying that shit. I said that was gonna happen. Wild business.
He manifested it. And so, yeah, but I did end up telling him.
I've never been picked out of a crowd. I got to go to more Rihanna shows.
Rihanna?
Oh, no, because she's done.
That's right.
Janae Aiko, done.
Yeah.
She got a big old portrait of Big Sean.
Mm-hmm.
I got to start going to, like, Tinashe or people who are on the brink. Them stills.
Tinashe's on the brink?
Woo! Do I show my titties?
Yeah.
Did that help? Did you do that?
I didn't.
You showed some cleave?
I didn't show anything.
You didn't show no cleave?
I wore white.
Well, no cleave.
I mean, I have no choice.
I've seen you with
any
no
type.
cleave.
If going to a concert.
Track jacket?
You know, going to a concert.
So you was concert. Yeah.
You know, I had on concert
ready.
outfit, so of course, you know, and I had on white.
All right, I'm gonna tell my last one. I'm gonna tell my last one, and then we're gonna go into your thread.
Okay.
This is wild business, even after what you said. I lived with this awful dude when I was 19, and he would always leave his clipped toenails all over the bathroom. So one day, I scooped them up and mixed it in his tuna salad.
Oh, my God. I was going to say mashed potatoes, but
why were you going to say that?
I don't know. It was just the first thing that came to mind.
Tuna salad. I love tuna salad. It says he had a couple bites before he noticed. He was really abusive, so I don't feel bad at all, honestly.
Oh, she had a death wish. He was abusive, and you put his toenails in his food, and he noticed? That could have been
As somebody who chews
fatal.
my nails, you going to learn after the first bite. I don't know if she left them whole, because toenails be big. I don't know if she cut them in half to make them more palatable.
Toenails be big.
Little bite size, you know? Because if they were bite size, he could have ate the whole thing without knowing, and he just could have got the toenail nuggets.
Toenail nuggets.
The toenail. I don't know why I said toenail. The toenail, but nuggets. But if it was a whole
but
half
there's
moon,
more.
If it was a whole half moon, and you eating tuna salad, and you take out that damn big toenail.
Did you hear that? Oh, that's so.
I hope he wasn't abusive after that. That's how she ended it.
There's more. You know why? Because she said she scooped it, right? So if she scooped it, chances are there's
dust.
hair, there's dead skin, there's
Particles.
mites, there's all kind of just
And the fact that tuna salad is like mostly mayonnaise and stuff, a lot of that stuff can just get into soup.
Seeps right
Into the
into it.
soup.
Yeah, that's freaking gross.
Hey.
And that was your favorite,
That was my favorite one.
Patrick.
I think that was the craziest person.
That
by far.
Absolutely. That is disgusting. Anybody that tampers with food is that's just ugh. But he was abusive, so honestly,
I don't
if
feel
he
bad
was
for him either.
abusive, yeah, if he was abusive, then I
Give
can't.
him a damn toenail sandwich.
Yeah, I don't know. But ugh.
All right, so what you got?
All right. It says, my dad died. Classic start to a funny story.
Jesus.
He was buried in a small village in Sussex. I was really close to my dad, so I visited his grave a lot, and I still do. I always took flowers, and my mom visited a lot, and she always took flowers, and my grandparents were still alive, and then they always took flowers. My dad's grave frequently resembled a solid third place at a Chelsea flower show.
Third place?
Third place.
Okay.
Not first or second. Nice, but I felt bad for the guy buried next to my dad. He never had flowers. Died on Christmas Day, age 37.
Damn.
No one left him flowers, and now there's a pop-up florist in the grave next door, next to him. So his dad's grave.
Right.
So I started buying him flowers. I started buying flowers for a deceased man that I'd never met. I did this for quite some time, but I never mentioned it to anyone. It was a little private joke with myself. I was making the world a better place, one bunch of flowers at a time.
He's making the world a better place.
I know it sounds weird,
He passed on.
but I came to think of him as a friend.
Oh, well, that does sound weird.
I wondered if there was a hidden connection between us, something secretly drawing me to him. Maybe we went to the same school, played for the same football club, or whatever. So I Googled his name, and then 10 seconds later, I found him.
10 seconds after the Google search?
Boom. Pop right up.
Slow internet.
Damn. Yeah, waiting for 10
Find
seconds.
out 10 seconds after the Google search. He didn't even have to say that.
I'm going to say this like you would. His wife didn't leave him flowers because he murdered her on Christmas Day.
I saw that coming. This was a murder-suicide?
After he murdered his wife, he murdered her parents too.
Damn.
And after that, he jumped in front of the only train going through Balcombe Tunnel that Christmas night. That
busy Christmas.
was why no one ever left him flowers. No one except me, of course.
Well,
I left him flowers. I left him flowers every couple weeks, and every couple weeks for 2.5 years. I felt
Rest in peace. My hidden friend.
right. I felt terrible for his wife and her parents. Now, I wasn't going to leave them flowers every couple of weeks for 2.5 years, but I did feel like I owed them some sort of an apology. I found out where they were buried, bought flowers, and drove to the cemetery.
Wait. We didn't even ask why he killed them. What did they do?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
You victim shaming.
Just kidding.
As I was standing at their graves mumbling apologies, a woman appeared behind me. She wanted to know who I was and why I was leaving flowers for her aunt and grandparents. Awkward.
Oh, because he killed his wife and their parents.
Mm-hmm.
And her parents.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, this dude wrecked a family.
I explained, and she said, okay, that's weird, but quite sweet. I said thanks, yes, a bit weird, and oh God, I asked her out for a drink. Incredibly, she said yes. 2 years later, she said yes again when I asked her to marry me.
This nigga got pussy out of this?
That is how I met my wife.
This is how he got pussy out of this?
Diabolical. He got a wife out of this.
Okay, if it would have ended with pussy, I would have been floored.
I mean, he did get pussy.
No, but I mean, marriage is just like, holy shit, that's a great story. But that's really crazy. So this wasn't her parents. This was either, well, if it was her grandparents, then this was the wife's
Grandparents.
The grandparents, and we know that was the wife's parents. So this must have been the daughter of the victim's sister.
Right.
Wow, that was a great story.
Right?
That was a great story.
When I saw this, I said, holy shit. I just kept being...
That was M. Night Shyamalan level twist, because I did not think this was going to end in him getting pussy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Him leaving flowers for a serial killer.
It's wild. I mean, imagine how mortified you would be if you found out you were leaving flowers.
I didn't know they got tombstones. I thought tombstones were given by or paid for by people who cared.
What if he had money?
And he called the morgue before he jumped in front of the train? Or people on his side?
I don't know. I don't know how they...
And it was a holiday massacre?
It was a holiday, Christmas. That is wild.
That's insane. Also...
Just think about it, though. He made friends with a murderer, a deceased murderer, and then felt bad for the victim. So this is a whole emotional roller coaster of people you've never, ever had a discussion with.
That's
never
fate.
Introduced yourself to...
He also went to the other grave at the same time as the daughter, who was also single at the time. It was a lot of moving parts. He's wild for asking her out. Because after all of that, I would have been like, damn, that's embarrassing.
What if he was like, damn, this bitch is fine? Like,
probably. But from her perspective, that's a cool way to meet somebody. Like, my bad, the person who murdered your whole family, I was accidentally leaving them flowers, which is nice. But then I found out now I'm leaving a thank you for the people you care about. That's weird, but that's hella nice because you started with nice intentions and then you ended with nice intentions. Here's the box.
So her relationship to the murderer, what
uncle.
is that? It's her uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
uncle killed her aunt and her grandparents.
Yep.
Which means her mother or father lost their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
It's wild.
Crazy way to get pussy. Never gotten pussy.
Why does it always go back to get the
because
pussy?
That's not a place you don't get that from the cemetery unless you in some illegal shit.
Look, this is people who go to funerals just to get
funerals
funeral
is
hoppers.
Different. Funerals, but just to visiting a grave and hoping you're gonna leave with some blocks.
Damn.
Is wild. All right, let's get into these factuals.
Okay.
Some factuals.
So my fact is about the number 13.
Ooh, numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like number scary stuff. We just doing what it's about.
You want me to go into it? Because pretty much my fact is just it's a sentence, but I do have a description behind it.
My fact is going to check off something that we've all known, but science backs it up. And it's about y'all, women. Yes.
Okay. Well,
Chicks.
how about you check this box for us? Let me hear it.
Turns out a woman is more responsive to romance when her stomach is full.
Yes. Absolutely.
Isn't that a crazy thing to be confirmed?
Stomach full, pussy wet. It's like a
when
slide.
That's when y'all be farting too. It's
well,
crazy.
It depends. If you're giving us beans and broccoli all day,
I
then
feel like I started my water cleanse because I realized that when I'm on set, I don't eat at lunch, and that helps me keep focused.
Okay.
So it was almost like, I can extend that laser focus to a full day whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's the opposite. I mean, I don't never really horny when I'm like hungry like that. But it is crazy to think that when women are hungry, we all knew you guys get mean, but it seems like it's like
Do I get
it's
mean?
like a joke, like hangry. You get hangry, but it's not like as crazy as some people. Like some people, it makes it seem like they're just like they turn into the Hulk. They're like super mean, violent, not really like trying to talk.
Okay.
But you know, obviously that's a huge like relationship joke. Is that you feed them, get them on a good vibe, and then everything else is good. But for them to be actually more responsive to romance when the stomach is full, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that. It seems like that's like folklore, or like you know, they're not hungry, so they're not, you know, upset. It has to do with something else. But for it to be directly correlated with romance, pretty crazy.
Is this just women?
It says women. It says a woman.
Because I feel like guys, I definitely see guys be hangry or whatnot. Or maybe you guys are just always horny.
Well, I mean, I think that being hungry and being full is already like bad good. Like I'm full, I'm good. So I think everybody's in a good mood when they're full after they haven't eaten. But I think that it's really just like the fact that women, it's connected to romance. Like I'm more likely to accept these flowers, accept this date, get my raging waters going if
the
I'm
Niagara
fed. You know, as opposed
the
to
Niagara box.
somebody was trying to skimp you on, gave you a little appetizer, and then tried to do all this romantic stuff. You might be like, "Feed me, broke nigga."
He put it in me, and I made it Niagara
What's
balls.
your fact? What is your fact?
Niagara balls,
Your raps today were butt.
butt cheeks, booty, butt cheeks. Hey,
Hit
hey,
me with
booty, butt cheeks. My fact: fear of the number 13 is called
13itis. 13ophobia.
triskaidekaphobia.
Say it one more time.
Triskaidekaphobia.
No, don't spell it. I want you to sound it out.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Triskate.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Does that mean like?
Triskaidekaphobia.
Does that mean if you see the number 13, you run away, or if I'm like 11, 12, you're like, oh shit. So if I had 13 things in front of you, would you be scared? Or if I had the number 13 in front of you?
Probably the number 13. But if we just watched, 23? So, you know, if you had 13 items in front of me.
It's a very prolonged scare.
11, 12, 13!
You have to count it all.
Whoa. Yeah, it's called triskaidekaphobia. Origins. Regardless of its scientific classification, triskaidekaphobia is an age-old and pervasive fear. It is commonly linked to early Christians, as the number 13 appears in certain biblical traditions. For example, there were 13 people present at the Last Supper, Jesus and his apostles.
12 disciples.
If 13s don't bother you unless it's Friday, you might be susceptible to what's sometimes known as paraskevibidekaphobia.
Oh, shit.
Paraskevibidekaphobia. You try to say it.
I'll say it right now. Paraskevibidekaphobia. Easy. Paraskevibidekaphobia.
Okay.
Or frigatriskaidekaphobia.
Yeah.
That one's more fun.
That one is more fun. Yeah. Frigatriskaidekaphobia.
I'm glad I wasn't cursed with some of these irrational fears, because that is
Yeah.
a curse.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all agree that, like, even like if you look at a bunch of holes and you're like, oh, that looks kind of nasty, that's one thing. But if you are like deeply afraid of it, or you look at a 13, or you look at something that's too furry and you're like actually disturbed, that's a curse.
The holes one I kind of understand because, well, what I read.
It's not like claustrophobia.
said, no,
like claustrophobia makes sense. Like some fears actually make sense.
But this is what I read on it. And I don't know how true it is, but the explanation I got for, what is it? It's not trichotillomania. That's eating your hair.
Stichophobia.
Yeah, that.
Shubis
Is that people, they connect that to disease. So I guess disease,
The
maybe
holes?
fungus. And so when you think of that, it grosses you out because you think of,
No, I think they have
or
a
you
perfectly.
think of it like holes on your arm.
I think to
or-
them it's totally logical.
Mhm.
I'm just saying if it's not an actual fear, like fear of heights, claustrophobia, small spaces, like those are things that actually can make you feel like you're in danger. But I think that looking at the number 13, I think we can all agree it's an irrational fear. Now, if I'm talking to somebody who's actually
Interrational?
afraid of,
Interrational fear.
what's interrational?
Isn't that what you just said?
I said irrational.
Oh.
I for sure said
I
irrational.
thought you said irrational.
I said that's for sure an irrational fear.
And irrational fear. Got you.
So I think that if I'm talking to somebody who has that fear, they'll probably have logical ways of why they are, and I'm not taking away from that. I'm just saying that looking at the number 13 in no way puts somebody in danger. So I think that there's some things that's like, oh, if I'm afraid of lions, okay, you've probably seen a lion destroy a person before, but being afraid of a curtain is
look,
different.
13 is so prominent that most hotels won't make a 13th floor.
Yeah, so I mean but it's also not. It's still wrapped in superstition.
Would you stay on the 13th floor in a hotel?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. The same way I've had amazing Friday the 13th. You know, like it's coming up and you're like, oh shit, it's Friday the 13th, and then you have a great day and you're like, oh damn, this is a great. That's all silly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, there it
All
is.
right. This has been another episode of Thick Threads.
Thick 'em, thread 'em.
We out here. I've been your co-host, Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Persephanie.
We'll see you next week. I hope everybody has an amazing
Bye, live.